For this part of the assignment, what we're going to do is put it into practice with what we're doing with our menu. And so if you look down at the bottom of the spreadsheet, you'll see that there are tabs. And the second part of the information, or the second part of this homework, deals with sheet 2. So if I click on sheet 2, this is what you should see on your spreadsheet. And this is similar to what you should have on your menu for each of your items. This happens to be my entree 1 or something like that. Anyway, it has all the ingredients listed, how much for each recipe, or for the 9 servings, I'm sorry, there's 9 servings. So this is how much for 9 servings, and then what the units are. So what we need to be able to do is to break this down into how much of each ingredient do I need per serving, and so that will go in this area. And then once I know that, I'll want to say, well, I'm going to have 175 servings, so I'm going to get how much barbecue sauce I would need for 175. So we started with 9, then we're going to 1 serving, and then multiplying it by 175 to get what we would need, a larger amount. So just going off of what we were doing before, when you want to write a formula, we're going to use an equals sign. So we type in an equals. And what I want to do is figure out how much per serving. So I'm going to click on the amount on this row. So I just use my mouse, go over to column B in the same row and click it, and you'll notice it's shaded, and plus you'll notice there's a cell address here. Now I want to divide this by 9 because that's my number of servings. So I'm going to use the divided by sign. But instead of typing in 9, I want to click on this 9 up here, which says how many servings it is. So I will hit enter, and it calculated that out. Now, if you recall from the last part of it, what we want to do with that is not, if I copied this down by using the little plus, you'd see I'd get all kind of goofy answers. So what we have to do for that is make it so that it always refers to row 1. And the way to do that is to squeeze a dollar sign in between the C and the 1. So a dollar sign. And that will make that row, I call it a sticky row. So it'll always stick to row 1 for the number of servings as I drag this down. So now I can drag that down, and I have it. It did some stuff with borders, but we won't concern ourselves with that. All right, now that and we'll put in the units in a little bit. So this is 0.11 cups for 1 serving of barbecue sauce. Now I want to put in for 175, let's say, servings. So what I'm going to do is go over here and click on the amount for 1 serving, and then times this amount, which is referenced off of my menu sheet. So anyway, it'll be 175, but when I hit enter, it calculated that out. So 9 times 0.11 is 19.44, and that would be in cups. And I want to copy this formula down, but remember that we need to make the row of the number of servings always stay in row 1. So that's where I'm going to squeeze the dollar sign in. So your formula, and where I go for that is up here in the corner. So I want that dollar sign to be between the E and the 1. Now I'll go back up here to that row or to that cell, and I'll copy that formula down. All right, now we know how much for 175 servings. So the last step here is just to copy the units. So I highlighted this column of information and Control C will copy it, and then I'll want to paste it right here. And I want to paste it right here. So now it reads that I have 19 cups of barbecue sauce. I'll need 155 tablespoons of butter, 38.89 teaspoons, and we're going to do some more simplifying with this, but that gives you the basic idea of what we'll be doing with our spreadsheets going forward.